Sir,
Hmm.
for the question 1, 2, and 3, the presenter is absent for the class.
Hi. Okay, come. I do. Easy. Let's go. Number one, discuss the importance of scheduling. Okay, so the answer is a bit short, so we need a few more things here. So when we talk about scheduling, okay, it's about when do we do what. Okay, to put it very simple lah. When do we do what? Okay, it can be in a factory, it can be service operation, or whatever. Okay, so why do we need to arrange properly lah? Okay, so allows competitive advantage, faster movement of goods. Okay, we split allows faster movement of goods. Better use of assets. More dependable and faster delivery. Okay. Okay, where was I? Okay, so we got faster movement of goods through facility, and if you're okay, imagine this right, in a factory, we the product A want to use machine one. Okay, product A want to use machine one, but when they get to machine one, they realize that uh somebody else is using it. Okay, so it will cause delays, then you wait here, wait there, and waste a lot of time. Okay, now if everything is scheduled properly, every product team can use the machine follow their timetable exactly lah. Okay, they'll use the machine, then everybody will use on their own slot, then the movement of goods will be very fast. Okay, which means once you put once raw materials come in, how long does it take for it to become finished goods? Okay, so faster movement of goods, we call it faster throughput. Okay, which means the factory processes things faster. Okay, now when you process things faster, you would have additional capacity. Okay, your human resources are freed up, your equipment are also freed up because finish faster so it becomes idle. Then you can do other things. All right, you have better use of your assets, you have lower costs, and you have better deliveries. Okay, everything is on time if you schedule properly lah. Okay, wrong. Okay, two traditional not here. Okay, so this question talks about level, and later we talk about chase below. Okay, let me get the definition of chase and level strategy. Level is two traditional plans. Okay, this is not production plan, this is traditional production plan. So traditionally, there are only two types, chase and level. Chase means whatever the customer demand is, you produce exactly the demand. Okay, so not everybody can use lah. So these are for products that customers can wait, customers can order, and then you produce. Okay, so this is a chase strategy. Today customer order two, you produce two. Tomorrow customer order four, you produce four. Okay, so later we will calculate. Level strategy, every day is the same. Okay, the production level is the same. That's why it's called level. Okay, so traditionally there are only these two plans. Okay, so when we talk about these two things, we want to know about what are the pros and cons. Pros and cons. Okay, so if you have a chase strategy, which means whatever the customer wants, you will give them exactly, then obviously you will have good customer satisfaction. Right, okay, very simple lah. Customer order 10, you give them 10. Okay, exactly what they want. So they're very happy. Okay, now the cons got a lot. Let me answer a caller. Oh yeah. Okay, can we continue? Okay, so what's the cons? Right, when you are able to give customers exactly what they want, there's usually a cost. Okay, because you everything you follow customer. Customer say A, then A, B, then B. Okay, so it always will be higher costs, lower productivity. Okay, because you need to wait for the orders, then only you can plan. So your productivity will be very low. You don't know how much resources to get, difficult to plan materials, resources, okay, scheduling. Okay, everything is very difficult to plan because every day is different and you need to wait for the customers and just sit there do nothing. Okay, and wait. Then order come in, only you plan. Then the first order come in, you plan already, the second order come in. Okay, so it's a bit difficult. Now about your people. Okay, so last time you can do this in a factory because last time all you need to do is every day in the morning you go to the whatever agency and then you tell them how many people you need. Okay, 10, 20 people, then they give you 20 people. Then the people come to work for you after the day you pay them and they go home. No more already. Okay, they're no longer your staff. So it's very easy. You can use a chase strategy. Okay, but now cannot right? Now we got fixed employment, we got human right, labor law, all these things. You cannot simply fire people. Okay, so unless it's like part timer lah, then it's different. Okay, so a chase strategy is you need to train employees lor. Time and cost spent in training, hiring, laying off employees. Okay, so a lot of people problems. Okay, so this is a chase strategy lah. Now let's look at the level strategy. If every day you can produce the same amount, very easy to plan. Okay, so it's the total opposite of chase. Easy to plan, lower costs, higher productivity, and so on. Okay, every day you do the same thing. Your workers are more skilled, your workers are very experienced, they can do faster, you don't need to train them, morale is higher. Okay, these things. Now, cons about level strategy is potential for okay. So let's say this is the order number lah. Okay, so we don't know what the customer order mah, right? Sometimes we produce less than the order. Sometimes we produce more than the order. If you produce more, we got high inventory. If you produce less, we got backlog. When we got backlog, we got poor customer service. Okay, so the level strategy, you might not have so much revenue, but your cost is kept low. Okay, for a chase strategy, your cost is very high, but maybe your revenue also very high. Okay, so these are traditional plans lah. All right, now I think I also explained question 3 already lah. Question 3 asks for the rationales of using level strategy. When we use level strategy, the main uh, disadvantage is this one. Okay, but even at this risk, right, there are a lot of companies that still want to use level strategy. Okay, because it's very easy to manage. Okay, so why do companies want to use level capacity approach? What are the rationales? This is this is the one. Okay, use inventory or idle time as buffer, right? Inventory is you got extra, right? So if you got emergency inventory, you can use if an emergency order, you can use your inventory to cover. Right, so that's the buffer. Sometimes got emergency order, and you already finished production for the day, you still got idle time, right? So you can use it to produce extra as well. Because just now we mentioned that your employees are more skilled and experienced, right? So you have better quality products and better productivity. Cost of hiring and training will be eliminated. Okay, so that's the benefits of using a level strategy. See if I got anything else. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's simple points, right? Level strategy, you get the most efficient use of the equipment because every day is the same thing, right? Labor and material costs are low, you don't need to find new one. Economies of scale. Supervision is also simple because your employees are experienced. Scrap means defect products lah. Okay, so if quality is good, scrap should be low, and voluntary turnover is low because people have stable jobs, no reason for them to change jobs. Morale is high, therefore absenteeism is low. Okay, like people are okay with coming to work every day. You just need to do the same thing. Okay, no stress, no new challenges. Okay, so morale is high. Um, People don't have to be take sick so often. Okay, like currently a lot lah. But if you have a level strategy, then it's much better. Okay, so these are the traditional approaches lah. Now we don't use anymore. We don't use chase and level anymore. Most companies use mix, mix strategy, agile strategy, lean strategy. You know all these funny names. It's basically just a mixture of these two things lah. Okay, let's go number 4. It's doing now. It's doing question 4.
Explain the difficulties encountered in scheduling personnel in service operation. The first one is demand variability, service time variability, and availability of personnel when they are needed.
Can you explain the points?
Demand variability is when there's a require of the demand. Is there any variability for them?
Service time.
Service time is when the service is required, and is there any variability for for the particular service?
Like what?
Uh, like when in the restaurant, when the waiter service.
What are you talking about? Answer question 2 word, 3 word, 2 word, 3 word. Let it answer on. Okay, demand variability. When you are scheduling people, right, in service operations, demand will be different, right? Your customers will order different things. Your customers might ask for different services, or customers might not even appear. Okay, so demand is very variable in service operations compared to manufacturing operations. Manufacturing somewhat more stable. Right, now service time variable, right, again because they order different things, or they want different services, or they are in different situations, the time to service them is different. Okay, the time to provide such services. So it's also very difficult to arrange how many employees you need for a shift. And the third one is availability of personnel when they are needed, right? So sometimes the times where you need employees, they are not there. Okay, especially service operations. Service operations, usually you want your peak demand, right, is usually on weekends, public holidays, right? But these are the times, since you have peak demand, right? You need employees. But these are the times where people want to spend with their family, including your employees. They also want to spend time with their family. They also don't want to work during the weekends. Okay, so sometimes it's very difficult for companies to find people when they need it. Okay, during peak period. Right? That's why students make a very good alternative. Okay, so some companies they don't want think any. They want part timers straight away find students because maybe they are more free during weekends. Okay, or maybe they got no kids to take care of, so it's easier. Right, number 5.
Describe the three most common sequencing rules. The first one is first come first served. Produce the next job that arrives first among the waiting jobs. And the second one is short processing time. Produce the next job that is shortest processing time among the remaining jobs. And the third one is earliest due date. Produce the next job with the earliest due date among the waiting jobs. The first come first served is sequencing method process orders in the order of their arrival at their production facility or resource. This method is commonly used in production facilities as it is extremely easy to implement and there's no information required for the processing time length. For example, buying a moving ticket in the ticket counter, the person is served according to queue and smoothly manner. The person who arrives first can purchase the ticket and then following by the next person. The earliest due date is a common job sequencing technique that prioritizes jobs that have the earliest due date. It places a high priority on processing jobs with early due dates in an effort to complete all the jobs on time. For example, students will do revision and complete an assignment based on the nearest due date. For the shortest processing time, another common method of job sequencing that is based on completion time is the shortest processing time method. This method assigns highest priority to jobs with the shortest processing time, and it can effectively reduce the average flow time and minimize the mean waiting time for jobs. For example, when a machine is due, the shortest job is ready at all the time to start processing.
These three things, right? I think you all hear before, right? These three sequencing rules. Okay, again, which one to do first? Okay, so scheduling is when to do what, but sequencing is you already know what to do. You just want to know do what first. Okay, so for sequencing, first come first serve, you all know, right? The example here is quite clear. Okay, who come first will buy first. Earliest due date, also okay, right? Students, when you do assignments, you will use earliest due date, right? Which assignment is due first, then you do first. Okay, also can. And shortest processing time is usually when we want to clear off. Okay, when you don't want the area to be too messy, too cluttered, you want to faster clear off uh, jobs. Okay, so it's not necessarily highest priority jobs, it's only the shortest processing time. Okay, so it's priority is number 2. Okay, you see which job takes the shortest time first, then only we see priority. Okay, so yeah, so instead of having 10 jobs, first come first serve, we will do which one takes the shortest time first. Okay, so maybe we can do the last one that come in first, or the number 7, number 8, number 5, whichever that takes the shortest time. Okay, like for example, sometimes when you go to McDonald's, right, it's super crowded. Okay, so sometimes they will clear off some customers first by doing the easy one. Like let's say you just order one ice cream, or you just get apple pie, right? Very fast one. Then they faster do for you, then you can leave. Okay, so not all the customers need to wait so long, and it won't be so crowded. Okay, so it depends on what kind of business you're doing. Then you will use which type of sequencing rules lah. So if you want a business to be fair, first come first serve, right? If you want to make sure that you can meet all your deadlines, then earliest due date. Okay, but if you want to talk about efficiency, maybe shortest processing time. Okay, let's go to number 6.
So for number 6 is a company is interested in developing a quarterly aggregate production plan, but they are not sure if level capacity or matching demand will be better. They will have the following information available regarding their production operation. So the number of
Question A.
oh, the question A is using a level capacity plan, how many workers will be needed each quarter? And B is what is the beginning inventory in quarter 2? So A and B is I use the level capacity plan table. So the first one will be the demand. The demand is based on the question 40, 42, 41, and 44. The production is I take the 4 quarter demand divided by 4, sum up, and take the average. The production hours per quarter is I take the production units time with the hours needed. So it's 125,250 hours for each quarter. The working hours per quarter is because 1 quarter is 65 days and 1 person is 8 hours per day. So the total working hours per quarter is 520 hours per person. The labor required is production hours, total production hours divided by the working hours. So it's 241. And next is the opening inventory and closing inventory. So the opening inventory for quarter 1 is 0. The closing inventory is take the opening inventory plus with the production minus the demand. The quarter 2, 3, and 4 is the same. So it's 241 workers for A and 1,750 for beginning inventory in quarter 2.
Okay.
So C and D is using a matching demand plan. How many workers are needed for quarter 1? And D is additional workers are needed in quarter 2 under a matching demand plan.
Yeah.
So the demand is also following the question 40, 42, 41, and 44. The production is according to the demand. So the amount is same as the demand. So the workers required is production hours, total production hours divided by the working hours per quarter. So it's 241. Uh, 231. So the beginning labor is 231. So there is no workers hired or workers layoff. For the next quarter is 243 workers required. And the beginning labor is 231. So we need to hire 12 more workers because not enough workers. Third quarter is worker required is 237. The beginning labor is we take the last quarter labor, so it's 243. So there is more worker and we need to lay off 6 workers. Last quarter is workers required is 254. The beginning labor is 237. So there is a shortage of worker. We need to hire 17 workers more.
Okay, clear everyone? I think it's quite clear. Let's look at the question again. So this is the info you have lah. Okay, one quarter got 65 days, one day got 8 hours, and then one unit requires 3 hours to produce. Okay, so you just use simple mathematics, turn here, turn there, you should get your answers. Okay, there are multiple methods. Which one you want to calculate first also can. All right, so let's say if I do it, what I do is I will take the demand 40,000. I would straight away divide this. Okay, I'll straight away divide 65 times 8 divide by 3. Okay, so same lah. So it equals 173.33. Then I'll just take 40,000 divide by 173.33. Then I will get my answers. Okay, but this way also can, right? Same, right? The total hours you times 3 first, then only you divide. Okay, we'll get the exact same answers. Just see which one you want to count first. Okay, so under a level, you just need to know level strategy is every quarter produce the same, right? That's why we will get 41750. Okay, we take all the, do you write down? We take all the, here. Okay, we take all the demand for all the quarters, add up together and divide by 4. We'll get 41,750. Okay, then the calculation is here lah. It's very clear. So this is for level strategy. And then for a matching demand, just now we mentioned, we will produce exactly the amount. So we will have more workers needed and we also need to lay off workers. Okay, so you just see every quarter how much do we need, and then we hire and fire as needed. Okay, so I think it's quite clear. A, B, C, D. For B, beginning inventory is also very simple lah. Right, because this is a level strategy, you will have inventory. Sometimes you will have backlogs. Okay, so in quarter 1, our customer demand is 40,000. Right, and because we're using a level strategy, we produce 41750. Okay, so we got extra of 1750, which is our ending inventory. Okay, and ending inventory will be our opening inventory for quarter 2. Okay, like that only lah. Let's go on to question 7.
The following the input output report for work center 88 display discussion at the end of week for all virtual labor hours. A. What is the actual ending work in progress for week 1 and 2 activity? We use the pen ending work in progress plus the input cumulative division. The week 1 is 200, week 2 is 200 plus 50 equal to 250. B. What is the actual ending work in progress for week 3 and 4 respectively? Week 3 is 200 plus 100 equal to 300. Week 4 is 200 plus 200 is 400.
Did you say plan ending WIP plus cumulative deviation? Is what I said. Okay, that's not the way to calculate it. Okay, let's see. So the answer is correct. Okay, just the understanding is wrong. What happens is this is input output report, which means we want to see when we put in input, which is raw materials or semi-finished goods into the system, we want to see what is our output of the system. Okay, what goes in should come out lah. Okay, if you fry 5 eggs, I will expect 5 fried eggs to come out. Okay, so we measure the input with the output. If you put in the input and the output never come out, it is still stuck inside the system. Okay, so sometimes you produce, 5 o'clock, everybody go home. Then not finish it. The work cannot finish. So we will have WIP, work in progress. Alright, means not finished yet. So WIP is the worst, is one of the worst inventories in the company. If it is raw materials, you can sell to other people. Okay, raw materials is also very small. Okay, you can keep easily. But work in progress has no value. If one day your company bankrupt, WIP is rubbish. Nobody want already. It's not raw material. It is not finished goods. You cannot sell. It is in the middle. Okay. And it also takes a lot of space. It's bigger than raw materials. It's some weird shape already because you do halfway already, and you still cannot sell. So it takes a lot of space, and it has no value. Okay. So we don't want WIP. So we want to see what is the actual WIP in the system. Okay, so in week 0, we already got 200 work in progress. Okay, 200. So what we want to do is we will take existing actual ending WIP plus minus actual output. Okay, so our existing actual ending WIP is 200 for week 0. Now let's look at week 1. Week 1, we put into the system, we put 200. Come out also 200. So it's kosong. Okay, so 200 plus 200 minus 200. Okay. So week 2, what happens? Week 2, our existing WIP is 200. Okay, we plus our actual input 450 for week 2, which means we put in 450 into the system. But output come out 400 only. Okay, which means not finished yet, which means it's work in progress. Right, actual input you put into the system already, but output come out 400 only. So I got 50 still stuck inside. Alright, so that's how we calculate lah. So 200 plus 450 minus 400. Okay, that's how we get the extra 50. So 250 here. Okay, so the same for the rest lah. For week 3, plus 350 minus 300 is also extra 50. Week 4 plus 400 minus 300, extra 100. Okay, so it's 300 plus 100 lah. You will get 400. Okay, so answer is correct. You just need to understand how it works. Finish. Number 8. We push everything down.
A company is seeking to develop a mass production schedule for its product. Their beginning inventory is 1,000 units and they want to maintain a safety stock level of 1,000 units. They produce the product in the pre-slot size of 1,200 units. Information regarding beginning weekly demand is shown below. The week 1 demand is 1,000, week 2 is 1,100, week 3 is 1,300, week 4 is 900, week 5 is 500, week 6 is 1,000. The beginning inventory is mentioned, week 1 is 1,000, 1,000 minus 1,000, the ending inventory not enough 1,000, so we need to add 1,200, then the ending inventory is 1,200. And the 1,200 bring to the next week beginning inventory. So 1,200 minus 1,100 not enough. So we also need to add the 1,200. So the ending inventory is 1,300. And 1,300 bring to the next week 1,300 minus 1,300 not enough. 1,000 need to add 1,200. So the ending inventory is 1,200. And 1,200 brings to the next week. 1,200 minus 900 not enough. So need to add 1,300 and the ending inventory is 1,500. And 1,500 is brings to the next week. 1,500 minus 500 is enough 1,000. So the ending inventory is 1,000.
Okay,
The 1,000
can enough. Okay, so until week 5, week 6 is the same already. Okay, so the a few things you need to know here. Um, beginning inventory is 1,000 units. Safety stock is 1,000. Okay, so as long as you can understand this, then you're fine already lah. Fixed lot size is also 1,200. Okay, so fixed lot size is very simple. It is a fixed production quantity that you must use if you want to run production. Okay, so if you want to run production, it is either 0 or 1,200. Okay, you must have follow the lot size. For a lot is 1,200. Now what if not enough? Okay, some questions, let's say exam question come out, not enough, 1,200. The next one will be 2,400. Okay, so let's say if 1,200 not enough, then we need to change to 2,400. That's the next one. Okay, because per lot is 1,200 ma. Okay, so you cannot write 1,201, 1,202, cannot. Okay, follow the lot size. So a lot of companies have lot sizes for many reasons. Okay, maybe it's to follow the employee shift. Okay, let's say 3 hours or 4 hours can produce 1,200. Since you don't want work in progress, morning employees come to work, they produce 1,200, then go to lunch. Then they produce another 1,200 after lunch, then go home. Okay, so per lot 1,200, no WIP. Okay, it can also be because of supplier packaging. Let's say for screws, okay, supplier packaging, one pack is 1,200. So once we open, we don't want to lose it, we don't want to keep it, we use finish. Okay, it can also be calculation of how long your machine needs to set up, how long to achieve a better economies of scale. I mean, how much to produce. Okay, so it can be because of many factors that we have a fixed lot size. All right. Other than that, we don't want to have lot size because lot size usually will mean inventory. Okay. So ideally, no fixed lot size, but sometimes there are many reasons, so we still have to use lot size. Okay. So in GIT companies, don't have lot size one. All right, and another thing is safety stock. Okay, safety stock is 1,000. Means what? Means whenever your stock is less than 1,000, you run production. Okay, if there is enough, if there's 1,000, then no need to run. Means enough. Okay, so in the eyes of the production people, 1,000 safety stock is equal to 0 inventory. Because this 1,000 is only for emergency. Okay, so in our eyes, we will think that okay, we got no more inventory, just nice. Okay, when they see 1,500 ending inventory, 1,000 is the safety stock. So to them, they just kept an extra 500. Okay, which is not a lot. Okay, because safety stock you're not supposed to use. Right, so we always treat it as it is not there one. So if we want 0 inventory, we just put 1,000 there. Okay, so anything we use the 1,000 for emergencies, but we'll treat it as if we have no extra inventory anymore. Okay, so that's how we see safety stock. Cannot use one. In this case, they will use lah, and then they will replace back. Okay, finish. Easy. It's like a very simple tutorial. Next week we'll do 13. The following week we'll do. Next week we'll do 12, and then the following week we'll do 13. Then we finish. Okay. I'm not sure whether it's including exams or not. Okay, the final 2 chapters. But next week, go to lecture. Okay. Actually, I can check already. Let me see. See what's going on in tutorial. Okay, so we still need to have the tutorials for the last few chapters. Okay, important also. So yeah, go to lecture. Especially next week, he'll share with you all which chapters you need to focus on, and usually it's quite accurate one. So you just follow that one. And yep, that's for lectures next week. Coursework, I returned to you already. Okay, so please check, please calculate, especially the presentation marks. Please calculate. I told you all before already. Yeah, if got any problem, remember to let me know before the end of this week. Okay, next week I'll start mark entry already. Then the marks cannot be changed anymore. Okay, if you got any concerns, complaints, disagreements, questions, or errors, then you let me know. Okay, if not, remember to sign the acknowledgement. Okay, and
Sir,
ha,
sorry to interrupt. I
mm,
got a problem on acknowledge the feedback actually. I can't access the what the writing report online actually because the file is quite huge.
oh, can you email to me?
Okay, sure. I
But
will
I'm not
email
sure
you.
whether can, if the file is very big, I don't know whether email can or not.
Oh
But
yeah.
if you use email, you zip the file, then it's okay.
Okay,
That's
sure.
fine.
I will try to. Or maybe if cannot, can I convert it to PDF?
Can.
Okay. Can also. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else got any other issues? Uh, Other than that, nope, I got nothing else. Okay, everyone seems good. Okay, if you got questions, you can stay back and ask. If not, you may be dismissed. I'll see you all next week for tutorial.